Hello everybody, welcome on board. Have you had a good week? Bit of rain and stuff this week, hasn't there? I know there has been rain where I live. But anyway, hope you're all well. It's another week, another Wednesday. So let's get started and without messing about too much. If you've got, start you off with the normal thing. If you've got any comments for me, please, any questions as you're going along, feel free to leave comments, and what we'll do is we'll go through them all at the end of the show, so to speak. Okay. Push this little button here, see if it works. Yes, here we go. So we go straight into the presentation. This is all about mild hybrid 48 volt vehicles. We're going to see a lot more of these moving forward in the industry for definite. Here I am. Hey, got myself up on the screen as well. There we go. Right, let's get started. So I can get my buttons to work. Oh, don't just love live. There we go. So hello everybody. If you are leaving comments, leave them on. Hello Sam. Nice to have you on board. Who we got on iFit Stuff? If you're watching me on iFit Stuff, hi John. Hi Nick. Hi Shane, hi Sam, hi Stu, hi Phil, hi Rakesh, hi Damien, hi Alex, hi Michael, hi Tony, hi Juan Rosa, hi Simon, hi Paul, hi Christopher, hi Ben, hi Ian, and hi James. There we go. Said hello to all of you on iFit Stuff. Who have we got on board on my own? I can't really see. Hi Darren, yes I can see you. Darren, see you. Adam as well. Oh, yes, hopefully we'll learn something new. Hi, John. Welcome on board. So let's get started. So why are we going on to 48 volts? Why are vehicles going on to 48 volts? We'll visit that. We'll look at the system itself and how it works. And then kind of look at how is it going to affect us on a day-to-day basis. You know, how is it going to affect us in terms of installs as well. So let's crack on. I'll get my presentation to work. There we go, folks. Sorry about this. Little technical thing. It tends to do this sometimes. I don't know why, but hey ho, it'll just scabby go. So, why 48 volts? Well, the reason why we're going on to 48 volts is we've got more electronics, so more demand for power. The 12 volt system stretched as well with this advent, and you know we need to get more out of these engines and stuff, and we're trying to get more out of, rather than going on to an electric system where we're stuck on range and stuff. These hybrid systems are like the next step up from a full hybrid, and that's really the reason why we've done it, and it's kind of the best way to look at it is how I'm going to show you basically. So what you've got in terms of the system itself, you've got a fuse box, you've got a DC to DC converter, you've got a 48 volt lithium battery, a 48 volt. I'll lose myself out of there. There we go. I'll get rid of myself. There we go. There we go. I'm back. I'm off. A 12 volt battery, a starter motor, and then we've also got this 48 volt starter belt generator, and this is the key part of the thing, because that's what this is the part that kicks in basically when it comes to this mild hybrid system. So we'll go to the next slide. Hopefully have a look at another type of example. Yeah, so that's the composites. You've got like your 48 volt, your battery. That's normally either in the boot or in the passenger footwell. It could underneath the passenger seat on certain vehicles, but mainly they're put in the boot. So your 12 volt battery stays where it is. And that's basically the main difference with it, is this mild hybrid starter generator system. And let's see what it does in terms of a vehicle. So it's there first of all to aid the start-stop system. It's there to boost the engine. It's there as what we call this. It's called free motor mode. So basically, what it does is it's free motor off. So basically, it's switching the engine off while the vehicle's going as well, and regenerative braking, and then you've got the DC to DC converter. So what's happening in this vehicle is this. So as and when you go up to slow down, so it's like anything slower than 30 miles an hour, and you start to slow down, say like you're coming up to a roundabout, the engine will shut down and the vehicle will start to coast, and it's all aided by this 48-volt battery system, because that's holding the brake servo and everything. It's all electronic nowadays, and what that happens is then this 48-volt system is helping the whole engine system as it slows down, and then when you take off, there's, if you can imagine, if anyone's ever done it before, you know when you go to start an engine and you've left it in gear. Well, this is what's happening with this system. So instead of using the conventional 12-volt starter motor, it's actually using the hybrid starter generator to restart the vehicle and basically aiding it along. So that battery, that 48-volt battery system, is actually then aiding the engine and providing a little bit of power for it as it starts off. So in that sort of respect, saving fuel as the vehicle takes off. And then as it goes along, it then just shuts. It then sort of goes into its sort of shutdown stage or standby stage, ready for the next time when you go into deceleration mode. And then when you go into deceleration, the same thing happens. As you slow down to about 30 miles an hour, the engine will start to cut down. The engine will start to will cut off, and then as you slow down to zero, it'll then brake and then stop. The moment you start up again, and there is a system as well. As soon as you put your foot on the accelerator, bang, straight away the engine's there, and it just starts up. The engine will just start straight away. There's no delay like you do get on the conventional start-stop systems. So let's have a look at I've got a little presentation from I think it's Hyundai. Yeah, so it's Hyundai's system, and we'll just have a look at the video. So there you go. There's the video. I hope that's explained it all, how it all works and stuff. Hopefully it's not too garbled and what have you. I have a tendency to get a bit nervous and get a bit excited and tend to roll off a little bit. So sorry about that. But let's have a look at. So the benefits from this is, you've got a fuel benefit. They reckon in excess of about 15% fuel savings on this type of vehicle. And as I say, this start off sort of system, what it does is, as you start off, you're getting a benefit of about 4 to 15 kilowatts, aiding the engine, depending on what vehicle it is, and that sort of gives you the oomph to sort of, saves you using, because obviously when a vehicle is at start off point and when it kicks off, that's obviously where you're going to use the most fuel. So if you can aid and get the fuel economy up and get your consumption up at that stage, all the better. With this with this, it creates a load, and a 12-volt system won't be able to do this type of work, especially with the battery, with all the electronic systems and all the electrical systems needed to get this. So it's got to run on 48 volt. And it's got this 48 volt, because it's got this 48 volt system, you've got less cable. If you were running this on 12 volt, you would have to have larger cable systems to get it to run. So this is typically, a quarter of the cable at 48 volt. One important thing is by having with having less cable as well, you also don't need, and you're not starting so much, you don't need as big a consumption battery. You only actually use the 12 volt starter motor, the other end at the gearbox end, when you go to start the vehicle itself. And on some vehicles they don't even have that starter motor. It's done with the regenerative 48 volt system. So because you only need that starter from when it starts, and you don't need it for the start-stop systems, you therefore you don't need the bigger battery. So what about us? Well, how is it going to affect us? Well, I think the key thing is battery consumption. So if you're fitting a devices or a device to a vehicle that's mild hybrid, it's going to have an effect on the size. If this is a smaller 12 volt battery, you've then got to consider the things that you install. It's not going to be such a problem for tracking devices and stuff, obviously. But if you start fitting, maybe a DVR system or a blue light system or some kind of monitoring system or what have you, there's an edge to this, because that 12 volt battery is monitored heavily, and with that monitoring, there's going to be an off shot for that for definite, and I can foresee issues and problems when we go to aftermarket install. And I would consider that we'd probably end up with using a lot more split charge systems as well. And then whether it's going to cause an issue or not, I know that some of us have had issues with start-stop. Maybe we're going to have to look at, when we connect to the ignition systems and stuff, we're going to have to look at that freewheeling mode, because if the engine shuts down, and that's the other key thing, the other classic thing is, sometimes some of the devices that we fit are high consumption, and so will this freewheeling start-stop system have an issue with that as well? So there's all sorts of questions with that as well, and I hope that that's sort of gave you a bit of a thought-provoking sort of situation there. We'll go to questions and answers. I don't know whether there's not many questions and answers. If you've got any comments at all, if this is doing any good, please let me know. Give me some feedback. I'd like to know if this is much use to you as well. It'd be nice to have some comments as well, and let's have some questions. Have we got any questions? I don't think I have. I'm looking to see. I'm looking on Facebook, and I'm looking on my other chats as well. Thank you to all. I've got 24 people watching. This is 25 now. I've got 25 watching now. Thank you very much for watching now. It doesn't look like I've got any comments, but please leave any feedback, because as I go away in about 5 or 10 minutes time, I leave the screen on so you can leave some comments and stuff. But that's it for, again, a very fast one, 15 minutes worth. Thanks ever so much for watching. I will wait just another 5 minutes just in case there's any comments, anything at all. No, it doesn't look like there's any other comments. No, that's it. Well, I'm going to go and have my tea. It's time for tea for me. But thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.